In 2006, world-renowned psychologist from Standard University, Carol Dewitt, coined the concept fixed mindset versus growth mindset. A fixed mindset is when someone has already decided that they can't do something. Once someone decides to do something, do we really believe that they'll put the work in to learn how to do it? Most likely no. Someone with a fixed mindset sees failure as permanent because of past failures. On the other hand, a growth mindset is someone who believes that if I just put the work in, I can develop a new skill. Someone with a growth mindset believes that failure is temporary and is changeable. So, what does this have to do with youth development? There are some children who are showing up to school every morning with a fixed mindset. Oftentimes, when I talk to kids when they get their class schedule before school starts, I normally raise the question, how do you think you're going to do? They'll glance down at their schedule and their response, I don't think I'm going to do well. Why? Because they've already developed a fixed mindset in certain subjects because of past failures. Let me give you an example. I'm going to use a sports analogy. When I was in high school, I also played baseball. I remember when I was in a batting slump, and I remember my coach coming to me and saying, hey, little Joe, you need to get to the batting cages. And so I grew up right by the Oakland Coliseum. And next door to the Coliseum was Malibu and the Castle. Now at the Castle, they had batting cages. And so I would go to the batting cages in the evening every day and work on my swing for about an hour. Putting the work in, just like my coach told me to. So after putting the work in, I went back to playing games, and lo and behold, I was still in the slump. And so I said to myself, well, coach just says all I need to do is putting the work in, and I'm putting the work in, but still, I'm not successful, and I'm becoming more discouraged. Carol Dewitt came back a few years later, and she said, wait a minute. A lot of you have been teaching this wrong. I didn't say that if you put the work in, you can develop a skill or accomplish a goal. First, it's going to be important that you practice the skill the correct way. In other words, I needed my coach to come to me and tell me about my approach. What is it that I need to tweak? What is it that I need to change? So, how do we help kids develop a growth mindset? First, we need to give them the feedback, what they need to work on, and practice it the right way. And then we can tell them they need to put the work in. Oftentimes, when you're trying to develop a new skill, if you're practicing the skill the wrong way, muscle memory kicks in and it's harder to unlearn and you develop bad habits. So let's make sure that kids are practicing the skill the correct way, whether it's in sports or also academics. And then we can encourage them to put the work in. Remember, past failures will cause kids to develop a fixed mindset. But they need to know that failure is a result and not a person. Which means that past failures can teach you lessons and then you can develop confidence. I'm JT the Mentor Coach, and I'll see you in the next video.